Right now, someone in your phone contacts is buying a coffee. Someone else just got a notification that their monthly subscription renewed. The average person taps their card more than 30 times a month and auto-pays nearly a dozen subscriptions. These are regular habits that lead to daily and monthly spending. But what if every single one of those microtransactions paid you? Introducing Dingo Blue, a powerful financial technology platform built for the way people actually live today. Powered by the ACN direct sales infrastructure, Dingo Blue gives your network a frictionless mobile account. 16.6 trillion. That's how much money is sitting in checking and savings accounts across the United States right now. Now, imagine getting paid when your customers simply do what they're already doing every day. When they keep a balance in their savings and checking accounts, you earn every single month a small percentage of what is in those accounts. When they tap their card for groceries, you earn. When they fill up their tank, pay their bills, grab a coffee, book a trip, or shop online, you earn. Every swipe, every purchase, every month. Every transaction creates another powerful opportunity to earn income through everyday purchases people are already making. Bills, gas, online checkouts, every swipe creates another opportunity. Dingo Blue aggregates those micro percentages, building a compounding residual pipeline directly to you. You acquire the customer once, you monetize their lifestyle indefinitely. No legacy fees, total transparency. Banking services are provided securely by our licensed FDIC-insured partner bank, giving your network institutional-grade protection. Stop funding someone else's success. Start creating your own. Tap into your pre-approved marketing toolkit, connect with your network, and launch your Dingo Blue engine now.
God bless you all for being on the call tonight. We are so excited about what we're about ready to go into in 38 days. And I wanted Mr. Robert Stevanovski to come on and explain it as we build momentum going into a very important time in our history with ACN. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right down to it. So thank you all for joining. Let me share a couple things I want to go into before we get him on here. We had some great things in our company, as you guys well know. And I want to say this, some of the great things we had to offer was Health Share. Powerful service and product. Very powerful for a lot of us. We came out with energy. A lot of states gained real well on the energy, especially on the East Coast. But this service here is amazing. I believe, this is my opinion, and I tell you what, I've been around this industry for going into my 38th year. This is the most powerful thing ACN has done in my life that I think, and I'm just sharing that with how I see it. And being on the top of 2 network marketing companies, and I'm happy to be with ACN. But let me share something with you. You don't want to miss this. And without further ado, I'm going to get our co-founder on, the one and only Mr. Robert Stevanovski, to go into it. Mr. Robert Stevanovski, you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I am here, Mr. Thomas. And what a wonderful evening. Glad that everybody's able to join us, and so happy to be spending some time with you and your organization.
Thank you, sir. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Where do you see Fintech in the next 3 to 5 years in time horizon? What do you see for us with the Fintech? I mean, you looked into the crystal ball, you brought it to the table, and you saw that was good for our company. And you always say it's not good for the company first, then it's got to be good for the IBO. So what do you see us in the next 3 to 5 years with this supersonic product coming out, Fintech?
Well, let me give you maybe a little bit longer answer than necessary, but let's go back to the beginning, because I think ACN is a blessed company for many different reasons, but we've always, Al, have been able to identify new verticals and new industries over these 32 years. Remember, myself, Mike, Tony, and Greg, we started this company over 32 and a half years ago, and I know you were part of this industry back in the long distance industry, right? That's when the phone had a cord attached to it, and the phone was attached to the wall, but it was something that was very unique at the time. You were a part of that. You made a lot of money originally in the long distance business. Why? Not because I'm the smartest guy in the world, Al, no offense to you, not because you're the smartest guy in the world. We were at the right place at the right time. And that was a brand new vertical, a brand new industry. And being at the right place at the right time was the most important part. It was a novel idea that, hey, people can get paid all of a sudden on telephone service. And people flocked to that. And ACN's been a part of time after time, being at the right place at the right time in these new industries. So for example, after long distance, we went through paging. Everybody wanted a pager and a beeper. We couldn't even keep them in stock. Then the internet got invented. I mean, ACN's older than the internet. And when the internet got invented, think about being at the right place at the right time. All of these people wanted to get on the internet. How do I get on the internet? Companies paid us a lot of money to help people get on the internet. But again, maybe not because we're the smartest people in the world, but at the right place at the right time. After that, cell phones started. We call them mobile phones today, but the cell phone industry blew up. We were at the beginning of that right place at the right time. Then it was gas and electricity. Deregulation. For the first time ever, people could get paid on a gas bill or electric bill. And still today, that is the highest revenue our company has. A lot of our leaders, majority of their money comes from that. You probably noticed the gas electricity prices keep going up. It's still the biggest part of our industry, impact healthcare lately. So, Al, here's the way I look at it is we found a way to get the phone companies to pay us. We found a way to get the mobile phone companies to pay us. We found a way to get the internet companies to pay us. We found a way to get the energy companies to pay us. We found a way to get the healthcare companies to pay us. And now, and you said it earlier, my friend, the biggest thing that we've ever done, that we're ever going to do, we found a way to banks to pay us. So here's what's going to happen in the fintech business. And I can't be more excited than what we're about to do. Folks, it's going to be the biggest thing that we've done in 32 years. And we've been fortunate to be a part of a lot of big things in those 32 years. We've been a part of a lot of brand new launches and brand new industries that people have never even heard of. This is the biggest thing that we have ever done. Ladies and gentlemen, today, there's almost $15 trillion in checking and savings accounts in the traditional banks in this country. Now, the average person, average medium checking or savings account only has $8,000 in it. 85% of the population has less than $25,000 in checking and savings. That is our target market. Why is that our target market? Because the big traditional banks don't pay these folks anything. So we're going to pay them, Al, think about this, 10 to 20 times more interest than those big traditional banks. Now, it's not that it's a ton of money, but it's 10 to 20 times more than they're getting today on that checking account, on that savings account, for the majority of the population in this country. We're going to partner with a sponsor bank. And the reason that's important is that your money, 100% FDIC insured, just like any other bank. So whether you open an account up with us for $2,000 or $20,000, 100% FDIC insured. So I want you to think about this. You've got $2,000 sitting in a checking savings account, or $4,000 or $8,000 or $12,000. We all get paid every single month on that daily average balance. Now, first time ever that us common folks basically have an opportunity to get paid a little bit like the banks do. We're going to get paid every single month on those checking and savings balances. Incredible, incredible opportunity. In addition to that, we're going to issue a debit card or secure credit card or credit card. And we know people love to use cards, right? We are in a consumer society. People spend money left and right. Average person uses their card 30, 35 times a month. The average family, 120 times a month. Every time you use that card to go shopping, grocery shopping, Starbucks, coffee shop, pay your Netflix bill, pay your Amazon bill, pay your car bill, pay your phone bill. Every single time you use the card, you're paying a merchant processing fee. Now, if you ask the average person, where does that money go? Most of them will say, well, Visa keeps it, MasterCard keeps it, American Express keeps it, and that's partially true. A big chunk of that money actually comes back to the people who own the card, Al. That's going to be us, all of us. So what that means that every single time they use that card, we get a little piece of that processing fee. Every 100 plus times a month for a family, when they use that card, we get a little piece of the processing fee. So we're making money on checking and savings accounts just sitting there. And every time they use that card, just doing life, they're doing their normal life, we get paid every single transaction. Those are the two main ways that we all get paid. Never before in our industry has this been possible. We helped pioneer the long distance business. We helped pioneer the internet business. We helped pioneer the energy business. And now we're going to pioneer, we're going to be the only direct sales company doing fintech, banking. It is going to be the biggest thing we've ever that we've ever done. Al, that was a very long answer to your first question.
Well, Robert, being in banking and having interest in the bank and owning a bank here in Vegas many years ago, I understand it. I got so excited because I want people to understand. Think about it. What Robert talked about here, money sitting in the account you're getting paid on, checking or savings. And not only that, swiping a card. I was reading a news article in the banking industry where the average credit card is dinged 40 times a month minimum.
Yeah.
Now think about today. I use mine 5 times a day. I was just thinking like, wow, I just did it 5 times. But what is so exciting is this. We got a lot coming on with the fintech, with the banking. Guys, this is so huge. I get giddy. I'm excited. I call all my banking friends up. I call a lot of people who have not done ACN. I've got several people on the phone. I got 17 people on here. I've got 25 I'm supposed to have been on. But I'm excited because I see something. I understand this industry. For you guys don't understand, this is freaking huge. Harrison Mills and Brian Baker had a question, Robert Stevanovski, and they were asking me today to ask you this question. Between now and the next 38 days, what should you suggest people be doing in the next 38 days between now and the convention?
Real simple. Basically, Al, I'm going to say 3 things. Number 1, fintech first. Fintech is the only conversation you should have. Number 2, phase 1. Number 3, elevate. Let me go back to each one of them. Number 1, fintech. Whoever you talked to 3 months ago who said no to you, or 6 months ago, or a year ago, or 2 years ago, doesn't matter anymore. You now have a brand new story. You have something that is so hot and so new. I can promise you every single person you talk to is going to want to hear about it. They still may not join, but this is so new. Who doesn't want to get paid a little bit like the banks do? So I would advise you to go back to your list, 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, and send them that little fintech teaser and say, hey, Al, there's something huge being launched. This is a company that's launched huge verticals for 30 years. This is going to be the biggest thing ever, Al. Take a look at this video and let's talk. Give me 20 minutes to explain what's going on. So I would put that list together of 50, 100, 150 people and send every single one of them that little fintech teaser. Your conversation should be nothing but fintech today because it's such a unique story. I can promise you that you're not going to have to work harder or more hours because this new story is so unique. You're just going to be more efficient and you're just going to get more yeses because it's so unique. So focus your time right now for the next 38 days on talking about fintech only. Send that teaser video and make sure people are taking a look at that video. That's number 1. Number 2 is phase 1, right? Go out there and talk to as many people as you can about this, because I can promise you that this is going to be the biggest thing that we've ever done. Number 3, elevate. Not only do you need to be at Elevate, how many people can you have with you? I can make you one promise on Sunday at Elevate, regardless of how many people you have there, you're going to say to yourself, gosh, I wish I had a few more people. This weekend was so different, so unique, so huge. I wish I had more folks there. So October 1st is the IBO launch of FinTech. That is the starting line. How many people on your team do you want at the starting line? Because the more people you have on your team at the starting line, the bigger that rocket of yours is going to be when you take off after that event. So phase 1, send that teaser video, FinTech conversation, send that teaser video to 50 people, 100 people, 150 people, and get as many people to the event as possible, even if they don't join the business. You know what? You're not ready yet. You're not sure yet. Great. Don't join the business, but you need to be at the event. You need to see the announcement. You need to see who's going to be there. You need to see what's going on. And that event will get people involved in the business for you. So phase 1, send out that teaser video to as many people as you can and get as many people to the Elevate event as you can. If you do those 3 things, I promise you, you are going to have the best month that you have ever had in the next month after the event.
Yeah, I can see that coming. I feel like a little kid in a candy store. It got me excited, giddy. I tell you what, you have no idea what this did for me. I am on fire like I have been on fire in years, because this is, as I was reading the Investment Business Daily, it's a financial paper, and I was sharing with Bob Myers, who's on the call today, and also Josh Casey, who's on the call today. This morning, I was telling them, I said, guys, let me share something with you. 35% of the people in the United States have credit cards. 65% of the people are unbanked. Now, a lot of you on the call don't understand what unbanked means. That means they're foreigners coming to the United States. Low income people don't have a credit card, but they have a debit card. Bad credit, you can't get a credit, you get a debit card. People who have no social security numbers have a debit card. Illegals have debit cards. People who can't qualify for credit cards, a bad credit, has a debit card. When you talk about 35% of people have credit cards and 65% are unbanked, I went, oh my God, how huge is that?
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Well, look, Al, here's the bottom line is we're going to take care of all those people. We're going to launch with the debit cards. We're going to have secure credit cards and credit cards. We're going to cater to everybody. All we care about is you using that card every time you go somewhere. We don't care if you have a debit, a secure credit, or a credit card, because we're going to get paid no matter what you're purchasing. And that's the whole idea. And by the way, one of the reasons, Al, I'm going to say you're excited because you've been fortunate enough to be part of these couple of these huge launches in your career. You know what it's like to have a unique story. You know what it's like to be at the beginning, to be at the right place at the right time. You know exactly that feeling because you live that feeling. So easy for you to be excited because to you, this is deja vu, my friend. You already know what's going to happen.
I do. Matter of fact, I haven't been this excited in years. I have to say that. That's why when I called you to set this up, you knew something was going on with me, because this is a precipice of something huge.
Hey, anything we do to get you out of semi-retirement, Al, it must be pretty good. See, that's a guy with a bunch of money can always use some more money.
Oh God, yes. I need to get another. Well, another. Anyway, I'm gonna say that. April Hall asked a question. Her question was, how will residuals work with Fintech?
Well, it's going to be the same way. So what we're going to have is you're going to have two sections. You're going to get paid on average daily deposits. So we're going to look at my friend Al Thomas opened up an account. What was his average daily balance for that month? Was it 2,000? Was it 6,000? Was it 8,000? So you're going to get points based on the volume of that, and you're going to get paid a percentage or residual off of that. The second part of it is going to be processing. How much money that Al processed with his card this month? You're going to get 1, 2, 3, or 4 points, depending on, whether you spend $200 on the card or $3,000 on the card or $5,000 on the card. You're going to get points appropriate for that. And then you can get a percentage. So we have not finalized what that percentage is. We have not finalized what the commissionable value is. As you know, our commissionable value can go anywhere from 25 to 80%, depending on the service, depending on anything comes with it. Not finalized yet, but we will have that finalized before, obviously, we get to Arlington for the convention.
Awesome. Well, Sherion in Florida had a question. Will U.S. citizens living abroad be able to bank and do transfer of banking through our Fintech?
Yeah, I believe if you're a U.S. citizen, or if you have an ITIN number, you'll be able to open up an account, and then you'll be able to use your card. And I don't mind sharing with you our partner that we're going to be using for this will be Visa. So anywhere Visa is taken around the world, you can use your card.
Visa, great. That's good to know. Lee Clemens in Nashville asks, where and how to make cash and check deposits? Is that possible?
Yes, so you're going to do it two different ways. You can do it through a mobile app, or you can do it through an ATM machine.
Okay, great. Here's another question. Who is our partner bank?
Yeah, it's a great question. We're not going to tell you till the event. The reason for that is we don't want 50,000 phone calls going to the bank. That would be nice to do. The good news is the CEO of the bank themselves, Al, will be on stage with us announcing the partnership.
Oh, good. I guess I'll be backstage a little bit there.
Yes,
will Zelle be connected?
I'm sorry?
Will we be able to use Zelle?
I'll double check on that. I believe Zelle is on a separate rail that Wells Fargo's on, but you will be able to use PayPal. You will be able to use the Cash Apps. You will be able to use all the other ones.
Okay, you talk about the rails. Some of you may not understand the question about the rails, but what about the ATM network? What ATM network will be using? Can you disclose that?
All Points Network. They have about 46,000 locations, mainly in all the retail stores, in your Targets, in your Walmarts, in your malls, I want to say over 43,000 locations.
Okay, because I've been in banking and own the bank here, I kind of know those kind of questions asked a little bit, and maybe we'll get a little insight because it might be a little advanced for a lot of people. How to help seniors and non-tech savvy to start using the smartphones? Oh, I'm going to ask that question. What's in place for fraud on different accounts? Do you know what that might be?
Yeah, so there'll be a couple of different processes. So here's first the good news. You'll be able to set up a brand new account in less than 7 minutes.
Wow.
In that process, the bank and Visa will do a KYC, Al, as you know your customer.
Know your customer.
The bank has to approve you. They have to make sure that you don't have any type of money laundering record or that you're a real person, that you're not a AI bot. So they'll do that search. So once they say, yes, we know Al Thomas, he lives in this address, he's a legitimate person, they'll approve you. So they have to approve you. And as long as, again, that's going to be fine for 95% of the population, but that's for fraud purposes. Another thing that we're going to do for fraud purposes is for the first couple of days you deposit your money, we're going to freeze it because all the fraud happens in the first 24 hours where people put money in, they go spend it, and then they take the money out before we can get it. So a lot of that happens in a 24-hour cycle. So there's about 3 or 4 things that we're going to do from a fraud standpoint, including having several third-party software folks who are going to be watching every single customer and every single transaction.
Oh, that's really good. That's extra. Oh, wow. Next question. Will there be a 24-hour customer support, not only AI? That's a good one.
It'll be a customer support, and it will not be AI.
Wow. Okay.
It'll be real humans talking to you. And we're going to have 3 different cards you can pick from. You can get a traditional regular card, and then you can get a white card and a black card. And if you get the black card, you will get a special concierge service, customer service just for you.
Now, now you talk about black card, you're talking my talk. How much deposit? I've got you. Oh my God. I ain't gonna talk. How much you have to deposit to get the black card?
Well, here's the cool thing, Alan. Here's what we decided to do is that most entrepreneurs would like to have a black card. No one will give you one though. And the requirements for most black cards are ridiculously high. So what we're going to do is you can get a blue card. There you go, buddy. You can get a blue card, a regular card, and we figure probably 75% of our customers will get the blue card. There's no annual fees. There's no fees on that card as long as you maintain a minimum couple $100 in it. And most customers will get that one because they don't want any frills and they don't want any benefits and they don't want it to pay for their card. Now, we'll offer you for $250 a white card. They'll have a bunch of premium stuff in it, cash back and a bunch of really benefits. And we'll offer you a black card for $500. They'll have a ton of benefits and a ton of things. And only thing you need to qualify for the black card is you need to put a minimum of $3,000 in the account.
Okay. That's a debit card, correct, sir?
Yes.
Black debit. Well, is it available for people who want to get a credit card as well as a debit card? Will that be an option as well?
Yes, it won't be an option at launch October 1st. It'll be a fast follower, hopefully before the end of the year, for what we call a secured credit card or a credit card. And the difference is that the secured credit card, debit card, is really operationally almost no difference. The reason it's important is because for some reason, the credit bureaus will pull information from secured credit cards. So if you're an individual who's trying to improve their credit score, or you're trying to make your basically credit better, then you want a secured credit card because it's automatically paid out of your account just like a debit. The difference is you get credit for that, and the scoring agencies will give you credit. Thus, it improves your credit score and your credit history.
Yeah, that helps your credit score. That's so correct. That's so correct.
But other than that, there's no difference between that and a debit card. And then a regular credit card is different. A regular credit card is the one where you can bring your balance over. We'll give you a promotion. It's where you get travel miles or points, other stuff that you might want. It's a regular type traditional credit card that we'll have.
And you have to qualify for that.
Correct.
Yes.
Just like all the banks do. Absolutely. And like you said, 65% of the people won't qualify.
All right. Next question. What's the process and what's required to open an account, checking, saving? Oh, you just said that.
Yeah. Basically, you need your name, your address, your phone number, ITIN number, or social security number. They do a check on you, a quick KYC to make sure that you're legit. And that's all it takes. And then you can transfer whatever amount of money you want to open up your new account.
Oh, here's a good question that came across. Well, from Mr. Lee Clemens in Nashville, will there be a program that will help people be able to get loans and credit cards?
So,
Do loans.
hello, Mr. Lee. By the way, we were just in Nashville. We had a leadership training there at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel. Beautiful place. Nashville is a beautiful city. We look forward to coming back there. So the answer to your question is yes. So what we're going to start with is you're going to open up a checking and savings account. And by the way, people might say, well, why would a customer want to open a checking and savings account? Because we're going to pay you a lot more interest than the traditional banks do and charge you less fees. So why would you want to become a customer? We're going to pay you more and charge you less. So once you open that, we're going to get paid on that. We're going to get paid on the card. But then starting in the first quarter of 2027, we're going to add a bunch of verticals, a bunch of other businesses that we're all going to get paid on. For example, one is something called remittance. Bank fancy talk for sending money to other countries. A lot of money goes to other countries, China, India, Mexico, the top three, but it goes all over the world. We're going to have the ability to do that with your accounts for half the price, and we're going to get paid every time somebody wants to do that. That's a big business. To answer Mr. Lee's question, if you want to refinance, if you want to get a mortgage, if you want to get a loan for your business, we're going to have partners that we're going to point you to, and we're all going to get paid. Now, look, our customers don't have to use who we recommend, obviously. But if they do use who we recommend, we're all going to get paid. We're also going to have investment accounts. So, for example, if you're one of those people who have investment accounts and you trade stocks and you want to get a Fidelity account or things like that, we're going to have partners who will help you with that. So whatever they do over there, we will also get paid on that also. We're also going to have, for example, crypto accounts. Now, I don't trade cryptocurrency. I'm not into that. I have 3 nephews who love it, do it all the time, but there is a market for that. So we're going to have a partner that's going to allow you to trade cryptocurrencies if that is what you want to do, and we're all going to get paid on that. We're going to act like a full service fintech financial institution to give our customers as many options as they want. They want to do estate planning. We want to help them with that. They're going to have legal issues. They need to do wills. We're going to help them with that. And the key there is we're going to recommend all these partners to all our customers. And every time our customers use any of these services, we all get paid.
Awesome. Now, Rick Kubiak and Kathleen Williams asked a question. What about business accounts or business banking?
Excellent question. That may be ready October 1st. If not, it'll be ready before the end of the year. But absolutely, we're going to have residential or regular accounts, and then we're going to have SMB accounts also.
All right. Now let's talk about this for a second. Are you at liberty to tell what kind of interest they're going to pay on the debit or the savings accounts?
Well, I can tell you this much. So 2 things. Number one is there's 2 types of market out there. So number one is, even though we're going to be like SoFi, we're going to be like Chime. We're not trying to compete with them. We're going after 85% of the market that basically is with one of the big institutions, right? And here's how they work. On the checking and savings, they pay you 0 interest or maybe up to 2 or 3 basis points. We're going to pay you 20 to 40 basis points. That's 10 to 30 times more. So we're going to pay you a lot more. Now that is I'm going to call it 75, 80% of the market right there. Now the other percent has what's called high yield savings. So they may get 2.5, 2.8, 3%, 3.2. We're going to have high yield interest savings accounts and also in the first quarter of 2027. So we're going to start with addressing 85% of the market. And then in the first quarter of 2027, we're going to add our own high yield savings accounts for the other 15%.
All right. Now I understand basic points, but a lot of people on here may not understand the banking terminology of basic points. So roundabout figures, are we paying 2, 3, 4% interest on the accounts, or?
Well, the tragedy, and I guess the tragedy and why we have an opportunity is, no, they pay you 1/10 of 1% is what the traditional big banks pay you. Nothing. So we're going to pay you 20 times more. It's still going to be less than 0.5%, but it is 20 times more than you're getting today. So the tragedy is that 75, 85%, and by the way, that's why it's such a huge opportunity for us, that 85% of the population is literally getting nothing. I mean, they're getting basically 1/10 or 2/10 or 3/10 of 1% is all they're getting. So basically, we're going to pay you, again, 10 to 30 times more than them. Neither one's a lot, Al. It is 10 to 30 times more than they're paying you. And then we will have, for the people that have $25,000 in a 3.2% account, we're going to have that available for them first quarter of 2027.
And the reason why I said that, because I know somebody with the X sign came out theirs this recently saying 6%, but it's really 4% less, because the catch is you got to put a lot more in there to get that. So And I understand that. So that's great. So like you said, also.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. By the way, there's nobody paying anybody 6% in a bank.
It's a catch to it. It's advertised as that, but it's not actually 6. So
yeah,
I'm just saying,
I was gonna say there's no bank paying 6% to anybody, but
yeah. And I like that idea because, like I said, all these 65% of people unbanked, they're not getting anything, and we can pick up that extra whatever that is per people. So that's going to be huge if we're looking at the volume. Is there a question came across? Is there a daily spending or withdrawal amount that they can take out?
there's no limits. It's their money.
Okay, or withdrawals. Okay, wonderful. Jackie Black and Nita Años on the call asked this question: what about lines of credit setup? Is that a possibility this
Again,
year?
that'll be in phase 2 in early next year with our partner, who will be the ones that will help them refinance if they want to refinance something or get a mortgage or get a loan. But there'll be no lines of credit available through us. One thing that will be available that's very popular for fintech companies is if you direct deposit your paycheck, we'll make it available to you 2 days early.
Oh, wow. 2 days early.
No cost.
Oh my goodness. That's a game changer.
And for the 47% of the people in the country, Al, who live paycheck to paycheck, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I realize that. And the way the economy is going, it's getting a lot harder and harder and harder as inflation goes up, which is all inflation is a silent tax or hidden tax. People don't understand that.
Absolutely.
Will fintech be coming to Canada?
It will be. We're hoping to do that sometime later next year. We want to make sure we launch it in the US and everything goes smoothly, but we're working on Canada.
You know, that's one thing I can say about ACN. As long as I've been around the 4 co-founders, when we launch something, we do it right. We iron out all the little problems and difficulties before we expand into other countries, which I've seen through the years I've been here. And I love that about the co-founders. They make sure it's right. And if it's not right, they make sure it gets right. So I'm really happy to see this. You know, one of the things I want to say about the co-founders, guys, you know, the company's been solidly around and they've been doing things right. You know, they've been around and evolving. I can say this for the last 3 decades plus, and we're going strong. Now, I'm going to ask Robert Stevanovski, why do you think we've evolved and we're still here when we see companies fall away and we're still growing and we're still here after 3+ decades? Why do you think that is, sir?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. You know, first of all, I think we got great leaders, Al, like yourself. You got, you know, our leaders have been around 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. And having good leaders, because most companies fall apart because you have greedy, terrible leaders or greedy, terrible owners. We don't have neither one. We have good, decent owners who are always trying to do the best and do the right thing for everybody. And we have great leaders who are always trying to do the right thing for their downline, trying to do the right thing for the company. So I think that's a rare combination in our industry to have pretty decent owners and really great leaders. That's number one. Number two, Al, we invest a lot of time and money into research and development because all these things didn't just show up at our doorstep, right? Somebody's got to go out and find these opportunities. It doesn't matter if it's merchant processing or impact healthcare or paging or long distance or gas and electricity or any of this stuff, right? And number three, we hire at the high end folks that have to basically make this thing happen and make this thing live and basically launch this thing. We hire good people. Like I'll give you an example. You know, we basically we're going to have 50 people in the fintech business in the next couple of months. They've been working for a long time. It'll be almost 2 years when we launch fintech. So this isn't something we started 4 months ago. We've been working on it almost 2 years because in order to do it the right way, it takes time. So, you know, look, you know, maybe, you know, we're pretty good at what we do. Maybe we're very hard workers and we find new opportunities. But in the end, we have good owners and we have great leaders. And when you have an organization with good people, good things eventually, you just keep, it's like everything else in life. You work hard enough, something good will happen.
Yeah, I got three people that were in ACN before on the call today because I told them you got to look at what we're doing now, and they saw my excitement. So I said, "Well, if you're excited, we got to get on there and listen." And that's what's powerful. And you talk about great leaders. You just because I dyed my hair, that's what you're talking about. All right, Bob Myers, quit laughing now, Randolph. Luana Pinedo in Fresno, California asks, "Will there be CDs available?"
CDs. Yes and no. I that to me is part of high interest earnings, which will be available early 2027. So for that 18% of the market that is getting paid somewhere between 2.2 and 3.5%, we will have a product for them.
Okay, good. Mr. Danny Payne in Canada said, can he recruit IBOs and people have banking here in the United States?
I apologize, Al. Ask the question again.
Danny Payne up in Canada.
Yes,
He asked, can he recruit people in
absolutely.
the
Canada's
United
part of
States?
the ACN IBO system.
Yep.
Our friends in Canada, while they wait for us to launch in Canada, can recruit as many people in the US and build as big of a team as they want.
Yeah, Danny Payne up in Alberta, Canada. He's an amazing young man. That guy, he's amazing.
Awesome. Look forward to
Um,
meeting him, having a cup of coffee, and shaking his hand at the event.
all right, let's do this. I've got one or two more questions possibly here. So I want everybody to understand what their mission is. How about everyday pay? How about an everyday pay? Well, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I understand it. I think there's like a couple companies out there who pay you on a daily basis. We're not able to do that because, for example, in the fintech business, we rely on the banks and Visa to send us information of what you spent money on, and that takes time to process. So, to be transparent, ACN is not looking at everyday pay. We pay once a week, and that's, we think, a pretty good place to be. We pay you once a week and then once a month for residuals.
I think I know the answer to this question. Dwight in Alabama, as well as Bridget Johnson, asked the question: can they use a debit card outside the United States? I think
Absolutely, they can
yeah.
use that. They can use that Visa card anywhere in the world that is that Visa is accepted.
Right. Okay. Great. All right. I think let's do this. What have we left out that you want to talk about for a few minutes, sir?
Well, honestly, I would encourage you to just get as many people to the event as possible. We're going to have a lot more details at the event. We're going to have our partners at the event. The bank CEO of our partner is going to be there. A bunch of things that I can't share with you right now, some other announcements. I think if there's one thing, again, we talked about it earlier, send this teaser video of FinTech out to 100 people minimum and get as many people to the event as possible. That's all you got to do. Get as many people to the event as possible and just trust that is the starting line. That is the October 1st is the starting line. And like we talked about earlier, how many people do you want to start a line? I believe in focusing on, small tasks to get to a large, successful outcome. And if you want to focus on small tasks right now, how many people can you give that teaser video to? And how many people can you get to the Elevate event? Just focus on those two. I promise you, don't worry about all the details. You'll hear all of them when you get there. Don't feel like you have to learn everything before you talk to anybody. Hey, Al, my friend, we've known each other for a long time. Do you want to get paid like the banks do? There's an opportunity here that's never happened before. At least take a look at it. Don't worry about all the details. Focus on the basics of give that video out to as many people as you can. Get as many people to the event as you can. Just focus on those two things, and I promise you the fourth quarter will be tremendous for you.
Yeah, I totally agree. We have 38 days to go do this, and today is building into it. That's why I wanted to position this call like almost a month out so everybody can understand and grasp the knowledge, put your head down and go to work, because now's the time to get in front of that wave. You ever try to catch a wave from behind? You can't do it. Yeah. But right now we're in front of a huge, massive wave that's going to come into it's like a tsunami getting ready to hit the beach. I won't give you that word picture. If you don't paddle like anything and paddle hard as you can, and if you get in front of that wave, it will take you all the way into the beach and miles into the beach. And that's what's in front of us. And I want everybody to know how powerful this is, because this is one of the biggest things ACN has ever launched, in my opinion. And that's why I'm excited. I'm not so much come out of retirement, but I'm excited and I see the potential. And I want everybody on this call to understand what is in front of you. This is history being made. We're in front of history. I mean, can you imagine your great-great-grandkids going to see your face over the fireplace mountain? Like, who's that? That's grandpa. They changed the family tree forever because they were part of the banking industry when it made a change in fintech. So with that said, sir, give us a few words in closing.
Well, listen, all I can tell you is opportunities are never lost. They're just passed on to somebody else. Imagine if Al Thomas went to a long distance meeting 30 years ago and said no. Where would he be today? But here's the reality. A lot of people did say no. So opportunities are never lost. They're just passed on to other people. What's going to happen here, there's zero doubt. This will be the biggest thing, not that just ACN has done, it'll be the biggest thing our industry has ever done. Don't let it pass you by. There'll be lots of people who take advantage of it. There'll be lots of people who see the vision, roll up their sleeves. Like, there's no reason why it can't be you. We are at the right place at the right time again with a huge new industry just like when energy got deregulated, just when like phone business got deregulated, huge new industry that nobody before could benefit from. For the first time, that person out there in this country can get paid like the banks do. Because regardless of whether you get involved in this business or not, there's going to be $15 trillion sitting in savings and checking account. Regardless of whether you get involved or not, the average person is going to use that card 30, 40 times every single month. That's not going to change at all. The only question is, are you going to get paid from it or not? Are you going to benefit from it or not? And by the way, a little bit of a perfect storm happening at the same time. Our economy today is not that great for a lot of people. While we're having a great business conversation here tonight, and I believe we're having a great business conversation, there's a lot of people praying out there trying to figure out how they're going to pay their bills. Consumer debt is at the highest level in our country's history. People who are 90 days behind on their credit card bill or their auto bill, car bill, is the highest percentage since 2008. People who are dipping into what's called emergency 401k funds, the highest percentage ever in this country. 40% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck. People today are trying to figure out a way how to pay their bills. And never mind what's going to happen with AI in the next couple of years and how many millions of people are going to lose their jobs. There's going to be millions, tens of millions of people looking for a way to make some extra money. I call it a perfect storm. At the same time, we're launching something in a brand new industry with a brand new story and a brand new opportunity. That's what I call a perfect storm, folks. Let's take advantage of it. I look forward to seeing all of you in Arlington, Texas, and let's take this rocket ship for a ride. Folks, we've done this a few times. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. Get on board.